Hey.
Got it hold? Comes in 4 seconds. Okay. Sorry to keep you hanging on.
No problem. I was a bit late anyway, so blame the manager.
Wayne, lovely to see you. We know you so well from your time at Everton and Manchester United. You're now back at another English club, it's not even in the Premier League. Does it feel a bit strange?
No, not at all. It's been good. Last few weeks, obviously training, getting to know the players, to know the staff, and getting ready for my first game. So I feel good physically. Obviously a bit frustrating doing the training throughout the week and then not being able to play of a weekend. So, but no, it's been nice. Obviously to be back home and getting prepared for January.
Talk to us about your fitness. How fit are you? If there was a game tomorrow, would you be ready to play?
Yeah, no, I could play. I didn't have long off at the end of my season in the States, so really it's just been topping up and keeping myself ticking over to be ready. And as you said, if the game was tomorrow, then I'd be able to play.
So we have 6 games in January. That's probably not something you've ever had to deal with in your career, that number of games in that short space of time. Do you feel ready for that? Do you feel as though you could cope with that sort of schedule straight away? Yeah,
I've done that before. Yeah, it's not, in my opinion, it's not a problem. Obviously, I am 34 and I know my body. If I feel like it's getting too much and I can't play every game or I can't play 90 minutes in every game, then I'll speak to the manager over that. But in terms of playing, it's a simple case of playing the games and monitoring your training.
We obviously know Wayne Rooney, the player, really well. We don't know anything about Wayne Rooney, the coach, and I guess that's what you're still learning about yourself a little bit. Yeah, I was going to say I don't know too much myself about that me as a coach, but no, it's the manager's been great with me. Obviously, I'm training with the players and then having a bit of input in terms of with the manager and the other coaches off the training pitch as well. So the manager's been great with me and let me obviously get involved in that side as well. So obviously we've seen you in the dugout. Are you managing to talk to the players? Are you getting involved in tactical stuff? Are you actually doing any training with them on the training field as well? Not on the pitch, no. Obviously I'm part of the session, so it's the manager and the coaches, the other coaches will do that side of it. But in terms of going into meetings with the manager and the staff, yeah, I've been involved in them and giving my opinions on different things. So as I said, the manager's been great and it's great to obviously work with someone like Philip and learn. So I'll take all the information in I can get. Are you absolutely convinced you want to be a number 1 at some point in the future? Yeah, of course. I think I've been around this game for a long time and that's what I want to do, and like opportunities like this one to continue to play, but also to have one foot in on the other side of it as well will only benefit me. When you went to DC United, there was a real bounce. 12 goals in your first 19 starts. You took them from the relegation places right up into the playoffs. They could do with a similar bounce here. Do you feel you can do that? Yeah, I think the difference here is it's a very tight league. We're obviously not where we want to be, but we're still not too far off the playoff spot. So it's I think this league is about being consistent and you know, putting wins together, a few wins together. And if you do that in this league, you can climb up a lot of places. So that's something we haven't done all season, and if we can do that, then of course we'll give ourselves a much better chance of making playoffs. Do you think you can still do it? You think the playoffs are still achievable? Yeah, without doubt. I think, as I said before, I think it's 9 points, 8 or 9 points off the playoffs, which, you know, I've lost the Premier League title with 4 games to go, being 7 points clear. So it's not even Christmas yet. So there's still plenty of points to play for. Have you talked to the coaching staff about what position you might play? Have you got preferences about where you might play on the pitch? Yeah, it depends on how the team is set up and also the opposition. So as I've done many times throughout my career, I've played in various positions, whether it's striker, number 10 or midfield. So that's something we'll obviously discuss in that last week and before the Barnsley game and see where it's best for me to play.
Well, that's all from me. Everything we've known about Wayne Rooney throughout your entire career is just how much you love playing football. You must be chomping at the bit, aren't you? Is it frustrating?
Yeah, it's been difficult. Yeah, training today, day before the game actually is the worst day because you're obviously training with the players and they don't do that much work. Today they're just getting ready for tomorrow, so you end up training one-on-one with the fitness coach, which is not nice.
Wayne, nice to see you. How excited are you to return to football back in England?
Yeah, very excited. Obviously, it was a great experience for me in the States and something which, again, I feel will benefit me. It's so different to what football is over here. So that will benefit me in the long run. But no, I'm excited to be back here, to be in a competitive league, and obviously it's a challenge to try and get Derby in the Premier League.
How much are you doing the coaching side with Philip and being on that side of the players for a change?
Yeah, it's obviously not so much coaching. I think first of all I'm here as a player, and obviously I've used this time now when I'm not playing to obviously go into the other side and see how that works.
I know when you arrived you talked about other offers or being on the table. You've spent some time here at Derby. Is it sort of lived up to your expectations of what you were hoping to get when you arrived here?
Yeah, to be honest, everyone has been fantastic with me since I arrived. Whether that's coaches, players, the staff around the training ground, have been great. Feel really settled in and I'm just ready to go now.
What was the response from the players like? I guess with somebody of your sort of stature and reputation, when you walked into the dressing room, what was their response to you like?
I don't know really. I think obviously I'm another person. Obviously I've played at the top level, which maybe a lot of them haven't. But it's I think once they got to know me and they see me as part of the team, then everything which they might have thought about me beforehand goes out the window, and they see me for who I am as a normal guy and just one of the teammates.
Last one from me, Wayne. There's been some concerns raised about your shirt number, and obviously if you're going to start playing in the new season. As a dad yourself, is that something that you've got concerns about with the links with the online sort of gambling company?
Not at all. No, it's a number. It's a squad number. It could be any number. I've wore in my career 8, 9, 10. Mainly 10 and 9, and them numbers weren't available. So it's a number. It's no concern for me or my children or for any other kids out there. If I'm being honest, it's a squad number I wear, and I don't really think too much about them.
Wayne, I know you're a player first and foremost, but you have been in the dugout in recent games. So putting your early coaching hats on for a moment, why do you think Derby have struggled for consistency this season?
Well, I think I can obviously only speak on the games I've been to, and so them 3 games. I think in all 3 of them, in part of games, a lack of urgency. A lack of composure, and not enough chances created. So it's something obviously we're working on and we're trying to put right. And the Sheffield Wednesday game, for instance, we knew they were going to be more direct and play long, and we allowed ourselves to get dragged into that sort of game rather than playing our own game. So it's it's things we know we can do better. I'm seeing the players do things better in training. It's about taking that onto the pitch and almost forgetting how the opposition are going to play and concentrating on how we want to play. And if we do that, then I'm convinced we can win a lot more games.
You mentioned those factors. Do you feel then there is any extra pressure on your shoulders to provide the extra urgency, the more chances created?
Well, I'd like to think I can create chances and take chances with what I get. But I think also a big thing is communication. Players talking on the pitch and helping each other. We need to do that more. Yeah, again, it's a responsibility for not only myself but the other senior players in the squad to do that, to help. You know, for instance, we had 2 young lads play in the last game, and no one's expecting them to be barking orders round. It's on the more senior players to take that responsibility and to help them as well.
Philip Cocu has spoken about you being a link actually between the players and the management team. How have you found that dynamic? And as a player, first and foremost, are you finding that a little bit tough because you're almost seen as the go-to man for the players to speak to the manager?
No, not so much. I understand what you're asking, but I think over the last few years I've almost been that, being captain of Manchester United in England. That's almost your role as captain as well. So I've almost had that responsibility for the last few years now. So that's not a big issue for me to be able to deal with.
Penalties, free kicks, any set pieces you'll be wanting to take a lot, won't you? Will you have that responsibility?
We'll see. I hope so. No, I think it's I'm not going to come in and say I want to take this, I want to take that. But if we feel I'm the right man for that job, then of course I'll be putting my name forward anyway.
And just finally from me, you did mention that your inverted commas best position depends on the system that we see, and we know that Philip Cocu has played quite a few systems this time around. How much has that conversation progressed, and how in depth has it been in terms of where you want to play, and how much of the influence has been from your side of it, i.e. Gaffer, I want to play here, I feel I can be more effective in this position?
None at all. I've never I've done that once actually, where I was a bit fed up really of playing in out of position at a stage in my career, and I felt I deserved the chance to play as a number 9 when I was younger, and that's the only time I've ever done it. But I've been a player who just listens to my manager and plays where my manager wants me to play. And again now, as I said before, I can play in different positions. So, and also it's looking again at the team, which team we're playing, which position I'm suited to. So that'll be entirely the manager's decision.
How have you found working with the strikers so far? Because Derby has got 3 different kinds of striker in Martin, Marriott and Whitehorn, who can all do different things. It's been your bread and butter for years. So have you found training and building up some rapport with those guys? Yeah, no, it's again been good. Obviously, I think this period has been good for me to obviously know the players and know how they play, but to do it every day in training and really see what qualities they have and what strengths they have is important, because when I do come into the team, it's important to know which players make which runs. Obviously, for instance, Chris Martin isn't going to make the same runs as Jack Marriott will make, so it is a big thing in terms of how you adjust your game to which striker is playing.
Okay, any more questions from the broadcasters, guys? We're going to do written next door. Any more questions from any of the broadcasters? Okay.
Okay.
All right.